Hello, nice to have you join us as we report live from Channels Television's global headquarters in Lagos, Nigeria. You're watching Newsroom Series. I'm Dominic Iwiwa, and today our focus will be on the southeast. But before we get into that, let's have a snippet of our top stories making the rounds at the moment. The federal government has launched an investigation into the deadly gas incident at Zurak mining site in Wase local government area of Plateau State, warning that companies found violating safety regulations will face stiff sanctions. Earlier reports by the state's government confirmed that at least 33 miners lost their lives, while over 20 others were hospitalized following exposure to suspected toxic gas at the site. Officials from the Federal Ministry of Solid Minerals Development and the Plateau State government inspected the remote site, which was sealed off to prevent further exposure. Permanent Secretary Mr. Farouk Yabo described the incident as devastating, citing preliminary reports of carbon monoxide and sulfite compounds, and noted early signs of regulatory non-compliance. The State Commissioner for Environment, Mr. Peter Guam, emphasized the need for strict mining enforcement and confirmed prior suspicions of mining activities to improve safety. Authorities say the probe will guide sanctions, enforcement actions, and nationwide mining safety reforms. Following the tragic attack that claimed over 30 lives in Buyu District, Arawa local government area of Kebbi State, the State Police Command has strengthened security in the area. According to a statement signed by the State Police Public Relations Officer on behalf of the State Commissioner of Police, additional personnel and operational assets have been deployed in collaboration with the military and other security agencies. Sustained patrols are also ongoing to restore stability. Preliminary investigations indicate that the attackers, suspected to be Lakurawa militants, crossed into Buyu districts from Gudu local government area in Sokoto State. The police command is urging residents to report any suspicious movements through official security channels and avoid confronting armed criminals directly. Authorities confirmed that efforts are ongoing to apprehend the perpetrators and prevent further attacks. We start off in Anambra State, where the state government is saying a delay is no longer an option, as the government is warning all Anambra contractors handling the 33-kilometer Nkisi-Nkwelle road in Onitsha. The governor, who is on a tour of road projects in Onitsha and Oba areas of the state, says the government will not tolerate further delays on a project that should have been completed and commissioned last year. He recounts the company's consistent failures in handling projects in the state and that the government will take action on the issue.
Anambra State Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo is inspecting critical infrastructure in Onitsha Oba areas of the state. The inspection team, led by Professor Chukwuma Soludo, arrives at the 6.7-kilometer Tarzan-Mbo-Nkwelle 33-link road, where significant progress is yet to be recorded by the contracting firm. The governor reminds the contractor that government is investing heavily on this project to ease persistent traffic gridlock affecting residents and commuters. He describes delays by the company as sabotage, as the project was supposed to have been completed in 2025.
I've tried you 3-4 times and you have failed massively. Now I have come a few days to the end of February, and even 1 kilometer drain is yet to be completed. Drains, just common drains, you haven't even finished.
From there, Professor Soludo proceeds to Trans-Nkisi GRA Onitsha, where asphalting is ongoing on the dual carriageway project, expressing satisfaction at the pace of work. At the bridgehead axis of Onitsha, he stops briefly at the river port under the National Inland Waterways Authority and questions the state of neglect and abandonment of storage workshops and other facilities. The inspection tour continues at the Coordinated Wholesale Center for Pharmaceutical and Allied Products in Oba, Idemili South local government area of the state, where the governor reaffirms his administration's commitment to completing what he says is touted as Africa's largest pharmaceutical hub. The inspection tour is a reinforcement of the government's resolve to prioritize infrastructure that boosts economic growth and improves the quality of life of the people of Anambra State.
An appeal has gone out to the church to continuously partner with the government to ensure the restoration of morals, values and good living among the people as dangerous trends have invaded the society. This is coming from the Anambra State's Governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo. He made the comments while addressing church leaders at the opening ceremony of the Standing Committee meeting of the Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion at St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Osumeyi. While commending the church for community development efforts, he emphasizes that such should be done in partnership with the government to reduce the burden of governance.
A solemn yet celebratory atmosphere fills the auditorium as church leaders, laity, traditional rulers and government functionaries gather for a historic meeting. The primate of the Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion, Henry Ndukuba, delivers a presidential address urging Christians to serve God with intentionality and dedication. He emphasizes that as leaders, there must be no compromise or corruption.
The question now is, what have we given up for the sake of Christ? How to serve? 5 things to note. 1, faith and commitment to the living God must be intentional. Joshua's response to the backsliding Israel should be our concern as we realize that superficial expression of religiosity without deep commitment to God cannot impact any community or our nation.
Governor Chukwuma Soludo provides policy updates, announcing that the sit-at-home order has been effectively abolished in Anambra State, restoring economic and social activities. He adds that legislation targeting dangerous native doctors who promote idolatry and encourage youth indiscipline has helped restore sanity across communities. The governor stresses that the burden of governance and societal development must not rest on the government alone. He urges the church to partner actively in sustaining morality, rebuilding values, and securing a prosperous future for the society.
We have cleared about 62 criminal camps in Anambra, and in each of those camps, the first thing you will see, big idols. Big idols. And who are those people in those camps? Their names are Emmanuel, Henry, Charles, John, Samuel, Alexander, and so on and so forth. Look at their names. The names of these people who are now carrying these idols. But the church must rise up. This is the last hope. But if the church itself cannot rise up in the final defense, then there is no next step. You should be the place of last resort. The church, both the government and the church must rise up. We must work together to save this society. Otherwise, there is no future.
Prayers follow as church leaders seek wisdom and strength for the governor. The primate blesses him and charges him to continue administration with the fear of God.
Now and forever.
With laughter, joy and warm exchanges, Governor Soludo departs the venue, wishing the Anglican Communion Standing Committee impactful deliberations.
The Abia State government, led by Governor Alex Oti, is partnering with the Thrive Abia Technopreneurship Program to launch a state-backed initiative aimed at equipping young people with job-ready technology skills and real earning opportunities in Umuahia. The program is taking place at the e-library complex, where participants go through intensive digital training designed to position them for global competitiveness. Representative of Governor Alex Oti reaffirms the administration's commitment to deploying technology as a major driver of economic growth and youth empowerment. He is adding that the program is transforming Abia youths into resource professionals who are contributing value to the state's digital economy. Tech experts in attendance highlight the transformative potential of the initiative and urge participants to combine technical expertise with discipline and strong character, as innovation thrives best where integrity leads.
With 10,000, and because of the uniqueness, the peculiarity of the program, which is a train-the-trainer program, that we should be able to reach much more than 10,000 officially, but unofficially, it's a program. When we say train-the-trainer, it's big English. It's basically an apprenticeship program. It's like the Iba Boy program. So outside of the purview of the state, these people can go into their local communities, take these kids and train them and mentor them. So if they give back to the state as the state is giving to them, reaching 100,000 should be pretty easy. Our long-term plan, I'll look at it from a short-term, mid-term, and long-term. Short-term is to, of course, train them, impart their skills. Mid-term is to mentor them where they become mentors themselves. Long-term is to help them begin to make money. If you go to somewhere like Pakistan and Bangladesh, over a 5-year period, they were able to take some of the kids, like those you saw in there today, and they turned them into freelancers where they serve clients in the US and other parts of the Western world. And that is our goal. Take some of these kids, educate them, make sure they know the skill, and make sure they're able to earn some hard currency, some dollars, and pull them out of poverty.
Thrive Abia is a program which we hope to take youth from Abia State and transform them into potential IT resources that we can now use to help thrive our ecosystem here in Abia. They will become mentors, they will become tech experts that would add value to the state. IT is a transformative technology that applies to every facet of our lives. So yes, these people are learning IT technology, but they would apply it in all different realms. You know, it may even apply to medicine, to sports, to all sorts of things, to engineering, to everything. So it will touch everybody.
The Minister of Works and former Governor of Ebonyi State, Dave Umahi, is weighing in to unite warring factions in the crisis-affected communities of Amasiri in Afikpo local government area and also Eda in Eda local government area, following the recent outbreak of violence over a lingering land dispute. He describes the incident as most unfortunate and painful, stressing that the people of Amasiri and Osoeda are brothers and sisters who share deep historical, cultural, and ancestral ties. The former governor condemned in totality the destruction of lives and property recorded during the crisis, describing it as inhuman and devilish, especially between communities with such close affinity. He warned against reprisals and escalation, noting that emotions remain high, particularly among stakeholders in Eda, and that careful management of the situation is critical to preventing further breakdown of law and order. Mr. Umahi says the steps taken by Governor Francis Nwifuru, including the imposition of curfew and temporary closure of schools, were necessary security responses aimed at safeguarding lives and preventing further violence. You're watching Newsroom series on Channels Television. Still ahead, right after this break, we'll bring you more stories making the rounds in the southeast. Stay tuned. Welcome back. The Imo State coordinator of the Renewed Hope Ambassadors and former Minister of State for Education, Goodluck Abia, has reaffirmed that the Renewed Hope Ambassadors is not a political party or a support and advocacy platform established to promote and highlight the achievements of the Tinubu-led administration. Abia made this known during the inauguration of ward coordinators of the Renewed Hope Ambassadors in Onu-Imo local government area of Imo State. He stated that the president has recorded significant accomplishments over the past 3 years, which, according to him, deserve greater visibility, particularly among grassroots communities. In his remarks, the Onu-Imo local government coordinator of the Renewed Hope Ambassadors, Emeka Obi, expressed confidence in the administration's performance, noting that the president's achievements over the last 3 years justify a second term in office. He assured that members of the group in the local government area would provide the necessary support towards the president's re-election bid.
Let me tell the party here that we are not a political party in the Renewed Hope Ambassadors. We are not in competition with the party. We are members of the party and we are loyal, disciplined members of the party. We subject ourselves to the authority of the party. And we are not in competition with the party at all. Yes. So, your job is not to campaign for APC or any candidate. Indeed, there is no candidate at all in APC at the moment. Your job is to educate the people. Your job is to enlighten the people. Your job is to mobilize support for APC and Mr. President.
He has done massively well. You know, when he came on board, there was nothing to write home about the situation of the economy of the nation. But because he's an excellent administrator, a professor of administration, he came in and he touched certain economic variables, put them in place, and things started working out. Initially, we were crying, people were complaining. They had this one, price increase and this and that. But he had a better reason, best reason for doing, imbibing the kind of policy actions he took, which today, though we cried then, but today, all of us have seen that it is yielding fruits, and happiness is fast returning on our faces.
A group under the Aegis Southeast Renewed Hope Agenda has commenced the disbursement of JAM scholarships to 50,000 candidates across the 5 Southeast states. Addressing candidates at the flag-off of disbursement ceremony in Owerri, the Imo State's capital, the national coordinator of Belusochukwu Enwere says the initiative is designed to eliminate financial barriers preventing many young people from accessing tertiary education, and the program is expected to benefit 10,000 candidates in Imo State alone. He notes that supporting students at the entry level of higher learning represents a strategic investment in the human capital development of the Southeast region.
On behalf of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, the visionary architect of Nigeria's Renewed Hope Agenda, I am profoundly honored to declare the launch of SEHA 50,000 JAM Scholarship Initiative for the less privileged and our students. This unbreakable program allocates 10,000 scholarships to each of the 5 vibrant states in Southeast region, namely Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi, as well as Imo. JAM examinations, the gateway to universities and polytechnics, becomes an insurmountable barrier for the less privileged. But no more, say no more. With this initiative, we are shattering those barriers.
Now let's take a closer look at the JAM Scholarship for students in Ebonyi State, where 10,000 students are expected to benefit from the free registration exercise. The intervention is described as a practical demonstration of the President's commitment to the educational advancement of young people in the region, the strongest pillar of sustainable development. Southeast coordinator of the Renewed Hope Agenda says the program also strengthens equal opportunity and encourages academic excellence among students.
Students across the 13 local government areas of Ebonyi State converge on Abakaliki, the state capital, to benefit from the federal government's free JAMB registration program for the Southeast region to ease the financial burden on parents and guardians while ensuring that eligible students do not miss the opportunity to sit for the examination. The program, anchored on the Renewed Hope Agenda, is part of ongoing efforts to expand access to quality education and youth empowerment.
Through this free JAMB registration initiative, we are removing financial barriers that prevent many intelligent and capable students from pursuing their dream of higher education.
The initiative serves as a strategic investment in future medical doctors, engineers, lawyers, teachers, entrepreneurs, innovators, and other leaders.
Southeast agenda remains resolute in advancing policies and programs that expand access to education, empower our youth, and strengthen social and economic future of Nigeria.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Selected beneficiaries receive 8,500 naira each to cover registration for the 2026 JAMB examination. They express gratitude for the intervention, which reduces financial pressure on their families and motivates them to pursue higher education with renewed confidence.
I feel good because it has helped me save a lot of money.
Being a beneficiary of this JAMB scholarship makes me feel like I've gotten what I want, because at first I was not dreaming of writing JAMB this year. But it was a surprise when my parents came to my school today, picked me up, and for me getting here, I saw that it was the program organized by the president and co-executives.
I say very much thank you. Those who are of age to vote, we make sure we register our PVC and get you voted in again for another second tenure.
The Renewed Hope Agenda initiative is reinforcing commitment to accessible education and is opening doors of opportunity for thousands of young aspirants in the Southeast.
The NDDC Managing Director says the interventionist agency is committed to completing the 21-kilometer Imo-Abia Rivers Link Road as part of the dividends of the federal government's Renewed Hope Agenda. He explains that the project was conceived to alleviate the suffering of the residents. He made the comments during inspection of the 21-kilometer Ehime Nguru Aba branch Mpam Umu Okrika Ekwerazu Road. The road, which would link three NDDC mandate states of Imo, Abia, and Rivers, cuts across 10 local government areas in the benefiting states.
We have already mobilized the contractor with 30%. And once he exhausts what he has been mobilized with, we are going to fund him further to ensure that this project is completed on record time. Because, you know, the NDDC of today is the NDDC that picks up projects, starts and finishes those projects. We don't do flag off of projects, rather we commission projects. Our next visit to this place will be commissioning of this road. We know the importance of this road because it's a regional road that connects about 3 states, Imo, Abia, and Rivers State. And for us, these people have suffered for lack of road for over 15 years. And for us, I think it is something that we need to do to gladden their heart.
Traditional rulers commend the NDDC for the intervention, which they noted will boost trade, mobility, and enhance regional integration.
This road is an ancient road, a colonial road that leads to other states. And it has been out of use for donkey years. Very miserable. But today, we cannot express our joy enough for what NDDC has come to do. It is NDDC under the current management. I think you people deserve applause because you have made us to to enhance every other thing and enjoy the democracy dividends in Nigeria. We thank NDDC, we thank the managing director and his team.
I've taken it upon ourselves that all the equipment that are going to use in reconstruction of this road is safe, protecting the persons and equipment of the construction company, ensuring that after the construction of this road, that this road would stand the test of time. We would take it upon ourselves to make sure that the maintenance of this road is kept, like making sure that people living around these axis keep the gutters very clean so that they can have free flow of water.
In line with the ruling All Progressives Congress National Secretariat's 2025-2026 timeline, the party has conducted its ward congresses across the 171 wards in Ebonyi State. The Congress, aimed at electing new grassroots officials ahead of the national convention scheduled for March, were conducted simultaneously at the various wards across the state under the supervision of national officials of APC deployed to the state. The chairperson of the APC Ward Congress Committee for Ebonyi State, Right Honorable Rita Maduagu, commended Ebonyi APC, stating that the state has become a model for peaceful party internal democracy in the southeast, as she expresses optimism that the Congress would be hitch-free following documentary screening of aspirants' forms.
It's been awesome, peaceful, and we are peaceful people too. Luckily, Ebonyi is peaceful. So I am envisaging a very peaceful Congress. That's what we are praying for, and so far so good. I've not seen any sign of that things that will not go on well. So by the end of the day, to be all praises to our good Lord.
Very peacefully and commenced their work. They have screened some people, like the screening appeal, have screened the people that purchased form to contest one position or the other in the ward and the local government. So it was very successful and everyone in any way there is consensus must be demonstrated at the field. So that's why we are all moving to the field.
And that's where we drop the Anchor Newsroom series. I'm Dominic Iriu. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon.